Thank you for inviting me to Madrid, and I would like, first of all, to give my warmest congratulations and thanks to PPiiNA. Yes, because without PPiiNA, there will be no plant. And that is something that I have learned, that all big changes in human life always starts somewhere. Someone has to start, and we other can join. So I feel that I am only joining PPiiNA when we are talking about plant. Working for gender equality is about change. So do you think change is easy? No. I think change is hard. Everyone who joins plant, everyone who joins the idea of gender equality should know that it is hard work, nothing else. Do I think it's worth it since I worked for so many years? Yes. I couldn't think of any better time of spending my life than working for gender equality. Because it's a thrilling thought that perhaps I can be a small little person who changes the world to something that it has never been before. So you see, sometimes I think I'm crazy. I think I can change the world, ooh. But in fact we can. And sometimes people say, well, you see, this is not the right moment to start. And then I say, well, when is the right moment to start? If this is not the right moment, then when is it? So I come to the conclusion that it is always the right time to start. Because if you sit on your back, you do nothing, you just wait for the right time to come. It will never come. The right time, that is something that we create. It isn't natural. It's super unnatural. It is something that we create. So, and another question I always get is, who can do that? Someone else must do that. So who is the right person? Who are the right persons to do it? If we are not the right persons, then who are then? So I think we should say we are the right persons to do it. Don't you agree? Yeah. So this is the time to start. This is the best time to start, and we are the best ones to do it. Don't you think so? Yes. And why are we the best ones? Because we are more intelligent than anyone else? No. Because we have decided we want to. All change starts with a human will to do something. That is my opinion. You want something, and then you can do it. So my little talk today, yesterday we had a meeting, and then I thought I should address the issues that were brought up yesterday, today. Because we were talking about plant being a global network. So I thought, yes, we should think globally. We were talking about we have to be strategic, and I said, yes, we should talk about strategies for change. So then I thought I'll try to give you an input on the global level, on the Swedish national level, on women's research or gender research, because we need knowledge, and on women's movement. We need movements, or gender equality movements, to change the world. And I'll try to concentrate on the issues that have been and are the most important ones, and the institutions that can and have been built to make change sustainable. Because you can get changes, you can change structures, but how do you make them sustainable? Because everything can go backwards, we know that. So what to do? If you think that is okay. I'll start with quoting the directives or terms of references that the former Prime Minister in Sweden, Olof Palme, gave to gender equality policies when it started in Sweden in 1972, because I think we can learn from it. You can always learn from other people. And this is a free quote. So, this was written in December 1972 in Sweden. Were you born then? No? No? Raise you, those of you who were not born in 1972, could you raise your hands? Younger. Look! It's fantastic! Do you think 1972 is prehistoric times? You think so? Well, I think it is age. A simple thing is as age is so interesting when we are going to work together, because the history is very different. I myself, and I look at the audience, and I can see that we are, some of us, we were young and strong and working in 1972 when you were not around. So working with gender equality is something that I have done before you were born. That is how old I am. That is how hard this is. So it's not a quick fix. But this was written in 1972. The lack of gender equality between men and women has, during the latest time, gained a support. The efforts for gender equality has a growing support among the public. People want it. The society, politics, should actively support these efforts and in different fields of society implement reforms to shape an increase in gender equality between men and women. Targeted and coordinated activities are required, shaped from a holistic understanding of human life. The work for gender equality cannot be conducted isolated, but should be combined with an effort for social justice in society. These are the starting words for Swedish gender equality policies. And I must say, I love these words. I have always thought, well, it's good. It's just to start working. And that is what happened in the 70s. Today, I'll focus only when it comes to the parental leave and the ideas on that. I leave everything, all the other issues. I don't care about them today. The first thing, if you want to have a holistic view, you have to have very strict facts. How is it? So that is one thing that we have worked a lot with in Sweden, statistics. Yes, knowing to say, this is what it looks like. Are we satisfied, yes or no? And in the 60s, in the 1960s, government, trade unions, researchers, they joined in targeted groups to say, how can we change society so that it can become more gender equal? And I have learned a lot from the, when studying the 60s, on how to think when nothing is around. How can you start change? But the first thing, that was the tax system. They said, well, we cannot have equality if we have a tax system that gives a certain citizenship to men and another one to women. It's very principled. So in 1971, we introduced separate taxation. Beforehand, married couples have joint taxation. I think you have separate now in Spain or Myanmar?
We have the mix, a mix situation.
So that is the first thing I should do. Get separate taxation. What does separate taxation mean? It means that both women and men are economical individuals. In principle, we know, not in real life because we know what, but you should have the principles. And when you work with gender equality, you should be very sure on principles. You should feel that when you work for gender equality, you are in the core of understanding democracy. You are in the core of understanding equal citizenship. And that is citizenship. That is the contract between the state and the individual. So we are in the core of politics, the individual and the state. You should be very sure that working with gender equality is being in the core of human rights.